이름이 유한 에하랴 이름이 유한 에하랴 이름이 유한 에하랴 이름이 유한 에하랴 이름이 유한 The one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, and every single one, each one joined and united in the one. Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, Echad Yahid Umiuchad, the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. One last time. Echad Yachid U'Miyuchad. Echad Yachid U'Miyuchad. Echad Yachid U'Miyuchad. Echad Yachid U'Miyuchad. The one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. The one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. So we're using this as our invocation for today to just begin this exploration, which we'll talk about in just a moment. And the words are Echad Yachid U'Miyuchad. So we'll just say that 2 times in our hearts. And it's really how does it translate? The one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. This is Hebrew. Echad Yachid U'Miyuchad. Echad Yachid U'Miyuchad. And I will bring us back to the next one, which is.
We're moving to a new exploration in our embody and dream the universe, a new sort of archetypal force that exists within each of us. And for those who are new, our format is we join, a little celebration, and then Yaya talks, and maybe I make a little commentary on what our theme is. And then she does the induction in the soul work, this process of inner work, the active imagination, a body induction. And then I do the guided meditation, and then we have a little chance for sharing at the very end. So if you're jumping on the train, that's what we'll be doing.
And please know you're really welcome. We're so happy to see you. It was kind of you becoming part of this wholeness that we've been doing together on Zoom that gave me the inspiration to do this particular universal ideal, which could be called in some schools, it's called universal mind, and other ones it's called Holy Omniscience. It also could be said to be holy transparency. And I'm not going to go into all of that today, but what I'm going to talk about is more taking in this particular symbol, because none of the archetypes or these larger energies can be known directly. They can be known through symbols. They can be known through getting senses in the body. They can be known through meditation.
And through behaviors or actions. Sometimes you're doing something, it's that larger force you're seeing. So this is one image of universal mind.
There's many, many images. It was hard to find one that really fit perfectly, but this is an image of the whole, the circle. So the circle is considered to be the wholeness, the unity. We talked about that in the last one that we did, the Wheel of Fortune or the Wheel of Life. And so that circle, that continuity, the beginning and the end coming together, never stopping, it contains everything. But within that, there's all this multiplicity, there's all this diversity. It isn't just simply that we are all the same. And so it's really embracing the multiplicity that exists within the unity. And for some reason, the particular chants in Hebrew seem to really embody that better than any other tradition that I've been able to find, which is that sense, because in traditional chants in Hebrew, the word Israel didn't mean the state of Israel. It meant all the peoples of all the worlds, that we are all part of this. And it really actually includes all beings. So not even just humans. So the state of Israel meant something so much bigger than what it means today.
And when we're doing a Hebrew chant, we're actually offering it as a prayer to help the leaders in Israel realize that everyone is part of that. Everyone is part of the one. Everyone is a unique piece of the tapestry of the whole. So that's our intent. It's a bit of a prayer and intention for the world whenever we do these chants.
Yes. So I don't know if I want to say anything specifically more than that. Would you like to, is there anything that?
Yeah, I
you'd
think
like to-
one of the reasons we're addressing the unity and the multiplicity is because a lot of us, we get sort of ideal and we either lose ourselves in all the different aspects of the world or all the different parts inside, or we get into the unity and we forget about the multiplicity. But here we're trying to bring a balance, and that was that song. The one, every single one, all the parts, each one joined and united in the one. So it's a tapestry. It's like the ocean has all the waves and currents. So it's this huge whole that each of us are and that the world is. And what we find is when people are doing their soul work, either in individual or in the class, they keep going, oh God, well, there's this part or this voice, I want to get rid of it or I want to fix it. And in universal mind or holy omniscience, whether it's our outer lives or inside, we're just accepting and being with everything that's there. We're not trying to transform or fix. In this, we're appreciating every aspect, every voice inside and outside. Is everything in the world is an aspect of the world. Everything inside of me is a part of me. And I don't need to do anything. I just really want to appreciate the one and every single one.
Yes, and I guess to finish this is what I would really like to do is just look at each other for a moment, the tapestry of who we have today, because it's traditionally seen as like a Persian rug, and you can either see the whole rug or you can see all the little amazing facets in the rug. And so that's what we have here today in this tapestry of our Zoomiverse in which we're all coming together. So I'm just admiring all of you, bringing you into my heart.
So you can sort of do a soft focus and open to the whole, or you can take a moment to see all the different facets of our unity.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, the different colors of who we are, not just what we're wearing, but we'll give a little piece at the very end about how I'd like everybody to join to say a piece of yourself at the very end, just but don't worry, it's no big deal. But anyway, I want to really honor all of us with each of our facets as we're gathering today. So if you can stand up, it helps. We're going to start in and we're going to have an underlying beat that Raphael is going to do on the drum. That will just be, in a sense, the heartbeat that already exists.
Reminding us of the unity.
And I'm just stamping with it. And I'm feeling it in my feet. Our own individual heartbeats may be a little bit faster or a little slower. But we're just coming into a beat, a beat, a beat, a beat. And feel that in your feet. Once you get it in your feet, begin to pay attention to your breath. Doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't have to be stamping. You can do it in whatever way you want, but just for now, letting yourself notice what it's like to breathe in through the nose, out through the nose with each beat going on in the background. You don't have to sync your breath up to the beat right now. But you don't have to not sync it either. So you're just doing whatever you're doing. And begin to notice if you can find the breath, the breathing in, the breathing out. And with each breath, you breathe in, you let all of the universe come through you. It comes from below, it comes from above, it comes from all around. And with each exhale, we're letting ourselves
They can't hear it.
relax. I think you can hear me now, right? Can you hear the drum beat? Okay, got it.
Back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning. So it's not so much a sway right now, it's the drum beat. So make sure you got that drum beat. Foot, 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 foot. It's the beat, the beat, the beat, the beat. You can clap it out on your hands, whatever you need to do.
You're ahead of them.
And bring your breath in. With each inhale, you're breathing in the whole universe. That oneness. With each breath out, you're letting go of anything that you no longer need right now in this moment. Breathing in everything. Breathing out, letting go. Finding that place where it's okay to just be where you are right now. In the drum beat. In your breath. If you fall off, really come back to the drum beat, come back to your breath. And we're going to begin to add some things. So always come back to the drum beat and your breath. So feel your feet as they're drumming out on the floor, and just notice how they are today. Breathing as we do this, breathing in, breathing out, never losing sight of our breath. How are our feet? Greeting them. Saying hello. Feeling what they feel like on the bottom of our feet, our toes, our heels, the sides, the top. And then letting the drum do whatever it's going to do. Let it beat out that beat. And you can do whatever those feet want to do right now. Breathing into them, see if they want to point or stomp. What feels good? Try it out. Try out some different things. Maybe they just want to tap. Maybe there's too much thought going on and you want to bring it down to the ground. And just allow yourself to be wherever you are right now. Wherever those feet want to be.
They're all part of our tapestry. And maybe our feet go faster than the drum or slower. And then when you're ready, come back to the beat. Come back to the breath and feel into now your legs, your calves, your shins, your knees, your thighs. How do they feel today? Breathing into them, greeting them. As the Native American Navajos would say, Ya'atehe. I'm here. I'm greeting you. You're part of my tapestry. This wholeness. And begin to see how they want to move. Maybe there's a cramp in them, or maybe there's something that feels not good, and you attend to it. You go, and you're not trying to get rid of it. You're just being kind to your legs and seeing what they would like, what feels good. Maybe your knees really want to lift or stretch. So letting those legs tell you what they want to do. Maybe they want to run. Get me out of here. Whatever it is that they're feeling, whatever it is that the energy is that's inside of them, the sensations, that's all part of your tapestry. No need to get rid of it. Just enjoy it. Welcome it. And then as you're ready, coming back to the beat of the drum again in your breath. And seeing about your hips. That whole lower part of your body where your genitals are housed, where your first and second chakras are housed. From the very tip of the base of your spine, your sacrum, and see how this part is feeling today. It's part of the whole, your hips. Know how important they are, but let's greet them. Hineni, Ya'atehe, however you want to say it. I'm here with you. Let me find out how you are today. What is it that you're needing? How would you like to express yourself? What energy do you have that wants to be put into movement or stillness? What feels right to you? So letting yourself really connect with those hips. Maybe you need to just move them a little bit and find out what feels good. What sensations really help your hips to feel good. Pushing out your bottom, bringing the pelvis to the front, letting your whole pelvic area be felt. Within the beat, within this wholeness of who we are, not just in individuals, but the whole universe. Our hips
are okay. Our legs are okay. Even our anger that gets housed in sometimes the hips and the lower body, the lower back. That's all part of the tapestry. So coming back to the beat again. In the breath. And now coming up into your solar plexus, that large area in between your waist and below the diaphragm. And let yourself just really greet that area too. This is often where we find some of the emotions. You know, like we've been punched in the gut, or we feel it as anger, and letting ourselves notice, how does this area of our body with all of its organs inside, how does it feel today? Greeting it. I'm here with you. Letting it move as it feels right. Letting it stretch. You can let it stretch all the way around. You can let it squeeze. You can imagine it moving deeply inside, massaging the organs. See what's needed today. How does it want to express itself? Whatever issue of anger or control or wanting to make it a certain way, to be right, all of that's a part of us. No need to get rid of it. Send it love. And coming back, it's helping me to just really breathe into that area deeply. And also come back to the rhythm in your feet. Okay, so we're coming up the body. Now we're into the heart area. That area above the diaphragm, and we're going to bring it all the way up to the upper chest, where our breasts are and our heart is, many different other organs too, the lungs. And breathing deeply into that area, greeting it. I'm here with you. And begin to see, how is it feeling today? Does it feel stiff or tight? Or open and flowing? And letting yourself greet whatever's there. Doesn't need to be any different. Continue to breathe with it as you do this, just really letting yourself move that area, whatever feels good. Letting yourself feel all the feelings that are often contained within the heart space. So many feelings, the sadness, the disappointment, the grieving, the hopelessness, the desire, the wanting, the longing for more, for something different. All of these are part of our tapestry. Letting them be there, greeting them, whatever it is that's arising today. Being that accepting host, receiving all the guests that are here. All this beautiful tapestry to make our own beautiful rug. And coming back again to the rhythm, to our breath. And we're going to make a little jump up to our heads. And we're going to feel that head and see how it's doing today. Lots of thoughts, maybe. Planning, worries, anxiety. Just see what it is that's coming up today. Maybe it's stillness, maybe it's quietness. Whatever it happens to be, just letting the head move and express itself. If it's planning, you can let your head just create a movement for that planning, and whatever you want to do, let the head tell you. But you're just not letting the thoughts take you over. They can be there in the background because you keep breathing. You keep feeling the rhythm, even if you're not stamping it out. And you let your head, I was with the Tunisian women, and they would let their hair down and let the head go around and spin. I imagined they were letting go of all the restrictions of their thoughts, letting them play out with their hair. So coming back to your feet again in the rhythm. And your breath. Always the breath.
Rich, full.
Rich, full inhalations and exhalations. Now, feeling into the shoulders. The shoulders and the elbows and the upper arms and the lower arms and your hands and your wrists, so much in just this little appendage that is so movable and adjustable and givable and takeable. We can do it all with our hands. There's so much going on. So breathing a hello to your hands, your arms, your shoulders. Seeing how they feel today. Have your shoulders taken on too much responsibility? Do your hands keep giving but they don't receive? Or do they keep receiving and not giving? Just see what is up for today. How are they feeling? No need to get rid of any of it. Just letting them be part of your tapestry. And I'm breathing out of my mouth now to let there be a little bit more flow of air. Breathing in and breathing out, letting your arms, your hands express themselves, how they want to be expressed today, what they're telling you.
And then coming back to the beat, to the breath, deep, rich, full breaths. And so now we're going to slow it down a little bit. Breathing one breath for every beat. A little slower.
Just follow yeah for a moment.
So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out.
It's a 4-beat.
You can breathe in and out of your mouth or in and out of your nose, whatever helps you to do this 4-beat. In your whole body, feel the vibration of that heartbeat. You can imagine it. You can pat your hand to your heart, your hand to your belly as you're breathing deep, rich, full, long breaths. And let the beat fall away. Let everything you're doing fall away, except for the breathing. And just feel the wholeness of your body right now before we sit together. Feel your feet on the floor. Your breath going in and out. Your whole body connected as one unit. And yet, many different parts, all integral to the whole. So let's have a seat together.
So just continuing to bring your breath, the rhythm of your breath flowing in and out of your body. And just imagining your chest soft and porous as your attention's coming to your heart center. That's the place of unity. It will hold everything inside and out. Just that which exists inside, that which exists outside. And oftentimes, if there are parts that are busy, we'd ask them to step aside as we bring our attention to the garden of the heart. But we can just welcome all. It's like if they're there, they're there. If a part that's busy or planning, that part of your tapestry can be there too. We're just moving to this radical self-acceptance of all the different aspects of ourselves in and out. And we started with the body, feeling all the different parts and then bringing them inside and out to this whole body. And now we're just breathing in and out of our hearts as we just open into the garden of our hearts. When we do that, Echad Yachid Umiyuhad. Echad Yachid Umiyuhad. The one, every single one, each one joined and united in the one. As you breathe in and out, imagine you're at the center of the sacred space of your heart, and perhaps it's even a beautiful garden, that you're in the center of a beautiful garden, a garden that's a huge mandala, and you just take a moment to open to that inner garden, whether you just feel this sense of presence, whether you just keep bringing your intention to breathe in and out of your heart, rather than being lost in the mind or the feelings or the body. All your awareness, conscious self, you keep bringing your intention and your focus into the garden of your heart, just opening to being the center of the garden of your heart, just surrounded by all of existence. And perhaps this garden is a place you know from the past that was nourishing or safe, or a place that's come in a dream, or a place from a memory, or a place you've read about, or just this felt sense of the garden of your heart. Take a few more breaths to just center, to just be there. And whatever else is flowing in and around, that can be there too. But we just keep that awareness in the garden, which holds and contains everything. Said the entire universe dwells within the heart. There are parts that maybe selves that don't know or understand that. They can be there. They don't have to know or understand. They're just all welcome. Everything exists in the garden of your heart. And as you can just stay with that, staying in the garden, or if you wish, when you're ready, you can join me or at your own pace. With all love and respect, we welcome in High Self, our inner guide, our inner beloved, this place of deep knowing and wisdom that exists within each of us. And we just open, we call in for a time of communion, a time of guidance, a time of dialogue. Just really opening, being receptive to this larger field, this place of self-energy that exists within each of us. It helps us tune to the infinite. But taking a moment, whether you see, feel, hear, or just imagine, or just have that intention, and just being receptive as we enter into a time of communion, or just being with the whole presence of High Self. And if there are other selves or parts, they can be there floating around too. We're just having our focus a little more on High Self. Breathing in the blessings, breathing back love, gratitude.
The breath links us, so keep coming back to the breath.
The breath holds it all, as does our hearts. The breath breathing in, through, and around all. And if some part wants to wander away, that's part of the tapestry. Just appreciate that. Oh, there's the wandering one. Yeah. And then you can stay there, just holding everything that exists in the heart, just being aware everything is included in here. But if you wish, you can open to any guidance from High Self about how to appreciate the unity and how to hold the preciousness of the tapestry. How can I be aware of the ocean and the waves? How can I be aware of the whole of the symphony of myself and all the different pieces and aspect of myself. Just any guidance to help assist you into holding both the unity and the multiplicity, into opening to this quality of universal mind. And maybe some guidance comes up as an image or just an inspiration, or maybe nothing happens. That's all part of the tapestry. Nothing has to be pushed away or changed. This is just what exists inside right now. Just opening to the body, to all the sensations, all that's happening in body self, just in that beautiful induction Yaya led us through. Just opening to all the different parts of the body, any tensions, any pains. This is that which exists right now. It's this word in Sanskrit, bhuta, that which exists. That this is just what exists in the body, in the wholeness of the body, feeling the multiplicity and any tensions or pulls, and just opening to just holding it all. Letting all the different parts, the tensions, the relaxations, form a whole tapestry of your body. And you can toggle back between feeling the whole and feeling the parts, feeling the unity and the multiplicity. Some parts come in and pull you away or think or judge. They're part of bhuta, that which exists too. They're part of the tapestry. Because the tapestry of our being will be comprised of sensations and things in the body, also of thoughts. So we can just be aware. Maybe there are more thoughts than sensations. It's fine, just being aware of the tapestry of thoughts. Just noticing all the different thoughts that arise and form and fall away or are constant. Just realizing this is that which exists on a mental level in the tapestry, in the unity of me. Maybe even just smiling, and every time one comes up, bhuta, oh, you're just that which exists. You're part of my tapestry. And toggling back and forth between you holding and all the parts that just bubble up like a spring. And if you blend with a part that blanks or numbs, oh, that's part of the tapestry too. Wow. The tapestry is kind of fluid and moving, and this is the tapestry just at this moment. I know there are sensations in the tapestry of your being, and there are thoughts in the tapestry of your being. You may also be aware of feelings in the tapestry of your being, and just allowing those feelings too to flow through. There might be feelings of happiness or joy or sadness or grief or anger or irritation or frustration. It's like, what a tapestry. The part that judges is like, oh, part of the tapestry. Maybe you can feel behaviors arising that you'd like to move, and that's fine to move if that gets you more comfortable. Or you can feel your body wanting to go get a glass of water or get breakfast or lunch or something. It's like, oh, there's the tapestry of my behaviors. Oh, all the impulses I have throughout the day, they're part of the tapestry of my being too. Being aware of the whole, the summation, but also all the different impulses. As we continue to open to universal mind, there might be images that arise, because each constellation of sensations, feelings, images, thoughts, beliefs, behaviors forms a different self, a different part of you. You may know it more through one of those or another, but just opening to all the different selves, all the different parts inside that you know through these aspects, just opening. Imagine you're in the center of a circle. With high self, you're the unity holding everything. And hear all the symphony, all the different selves, all the different parts. And you can just imagine, if you visualize on an image on a visual level, maybe you just feel them around you. But here it is, the tapestry of all these different parts and selves inside. And just being, just appreciating this tapestry right now. This is just Buddha. That's what exists right now. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. There are parts that want to shift it or move it or fix it. Oh, there you are, another part of my tapestry. And if you want, you can invite all the different selves, all the different parts, to just begin. You can invite them to breathe with you and high self in this breath of unity. And if they don't want to, that's fine too. They can breathe at their own rate, but you can invite them, but let them be aware they're all welcome to come in to synchrony, or perhaps they want to do their own little thing, different parts, and just appreciate that whole tapestry. This is all opening to universal mind on this inner plane. And just as we finish this soul work, just taking a moment to bring that to the world. If you're really open and holding universal mind inside, appreciating the unity and all the different parts, we'll take a moment to just open to the whole world and feel all the different people, all the different animals, all the different oceans and continents, all the different actions. They're all just part of the whole. And right now, I invite all those protectors and managers. They don't have to do or say anything. We're just appreciating the unity of our world right now, just the way it is. Buddha, this is that which exists right now. And then bringing your awareness back to your breath, and we'll make one bow to our inner lives, and we'll say the sacred sound Hu, which means the potential of all that exists to our inner lives. We'll come up within a second Hu to the outer world, just holding everything that exists, inner and outer. So as you're ready, and then just taking a moment, as we do in soul work, to reflect. It's like a waking dream, to just reflect on your journey. If there's anything you want to write or draw, you can do that too. But just taking a moment to reflect, you can stretch or move, whatever you need to do to be comfortable. And when you're ready, we'd love to hear if there's anything any would like to share about their exploration this morning, about your personal experience of what your experience as we begin to explore this quality of the universe, of universal mind.
And what I really like is that,
Oh, you want popcorn, yeah?
yeah, is that I like each person to just go through and unmute themselves. And rather than say your name, say a syllable of your name or any part of one of your names. So, like, for me, I could say, ah, yee.
And I would say, Ra.
Right? So just say your name, and this is one of your colors.
And I think we'll just call. It'll be easier.
Okay.
Majid. I have to say their names to do it. Maria Rahima.
Mick?
Michael. You have to unmute.
Unmute. Can you say it now? We can't hear you. Why don't we wait and we'll go to somebody else and you can unmute meanwhile and get yourself ready.
Sushila.
Okay.
Thank you. Michael, back to you.
Thank you. Laurel.
Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ella.
La.
La.
Thank you.
Mudita. Mary. Karen.
Care.
Malikul Mulk.
Oh.
Insu. Nurikal B, if you're there.
Okay.
And Kalika, if you're there.
Kali.
No. It's nice. That was a nice. You could feel the whole of a part of the name and then one little piece of it too. We had, unity and multiplicity within our being. So if there is anything any would like to share, I'll just share, for me, I became aware of, as an exercise I might do, I just opened to my whole room when I was drumming and turning and then sing all the parts. So you can do this unity and multiplicity throughout the day if you want to. I always like to give homework. Yaya hates that. Or parts of her don't like that. I love it. But because it brings up so many bad things when someone gives you homework. All your parts go, ah! So disregard it. But I just became aware of the lovely practice for me of appreciating the unity of anything and then seeing the multiplicity, It's a little something you might want to play with so we can really get this in our nervous systems.
Yeah, I could add that I just attended a remarkable film festival in Columbia, Missouri, the last 3 days or 2 out of 3. And several of the films I saw dealt with this theme, the unity in the diversity. There was a Palestinian film, a Canadian indigenous film, films from Denmark and Germany and Japan. So there was a continual feeling of the interweaving of the tapestry. And I really love that picture. Can you show it again or tell us how to find that online or who's
This
the
is our time.
artist?
Wait a
I'll
minute.
say, I'll say, yeah, I'll
Just-
say one thing.
Can I just say
Yeah.
something? I'll be glad to show it at the very end. But the reality is, this is our time to share about what it is that's coming up for us.
Oh, of
around-
course.
So it's not so much about kind of show and tell, but it's a little.
What was that like for you to experience the synchronicity? What rose for you as you remember?
Yeah, that's what it really is that all of this interweaves together in our experiences in our lives. And
And as
sharing
you
it
feel
together
that-
here.
Yeah, as you feel that weaving together, what is that like for you? What happens inside?
I feel expanded to where my being isn't right here. I am connected with all life and all forms of life, all places, all.
Yeah, so really allowing that interconnection. And could you finish with just saying one syllable of your name? So,
One syllable of my name.
yeah, like
She wasn't here for.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
we were each saying our whole name, and then I said the whole name, then each person said one syllable. So we have the unity and the
Right.
diversity. So just say a syllable.
Nur. Nur.
Great.
Mm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'd like to share how much I appreciated the drum and both the body work and meditation, but going into the breath and the breath inside the breath took me to the different rhythms inside the body, the rhythm of the heart, the rhythm of the lymph system, the lightning speed of the nervous system, the speed of atoms whirling, and going into the breath. And then you mentioned also the stillness, the pause between the turning of the breath, the apex and the nadir, and connecting with that. Then I felt or imagined that these different rhythms could unify in a single rhythm, as in music, where you can have 4 beats. That's the rhythm. Some systems are doing it in 16ths.
Mhm.
Some systems can do it in thirds. And then it was like descriptive of the symphony, the word you brought forward. And I just wanted to share this beautiful reflection in the body of this universal mind that you've been trying to share with us. So thanks so much.
Thank you so
Mm.
much. Yeah, beautiful.
you.
Wow. Yeah. And we each experience it in different ways, through different ways, but beautiful. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm. Anyone else in our last minute? Yeah.
I had a little inner happening of a young girl, but the tomboy part, Jimmy, her name is Jimmy, and running out of the house, something happening in the house, just running away, and then hiding behind a tree, and somebody calling and calling and calling, and then so much fear, like, I can't go back in that house. I don't know what's going to happen to me now. I don't know if I'm in trouble for running away or if they want me to be, they'll be happy if I come back. That was kind of the little thing that happened.
Beautiful. To really feel that part of that self inside. Yeah. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Tender, sweet. Yeah.
It's like what it reminds me of too is if we step back and we go into that place of the witness, that it's all a part of the tapestry. The little girl, the tree she's hiding behind, the house that she has fears about, whatever is
The
in
people
that
in the house.
house
Yeah.
that is creating the fears. It's all all part of this huge tapestry of like, wow. And how that's so reminiscent of like our days on earth, right? All these things we're afraid of and we're hiding behind the tree. There's still some parts of us are worried about what's going to happen in that house. You know, the house of wherever it happens to be. There's many houses right now that are kind of, that seem scary to our parts.
Well, thank you all, and a special welcoming, Laurel
Yeah.
and Michael. Nice to have
Yes.
2 new faces here. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome. And we have another person, but she had a doctor's appointment she couldn't get out of today, so she'll be popping in.
Next time, as we're
I
going
think so,
through
yeah.
Universal Mind, and yeah.
Yes. And so you, Malik will send out the information of how to connect to the audio of this, and hopefully it won't be too bad in the beginning. I didn't have my original sound on, which was the problem, and that's why it wasn't working. I'm afraid I may not be able to do it. We'll see. There we go.
That's
not
another
it.
one.
Yep. Let's see.
We'll show it again next time. It was actually
Yeah,
from.
I can show it next
I'll
time.
look up to see who the artist was. Sorry, I didn't have that. It was from Sufi magazine quite a number of years ago. And it's a very beautiful image. Yeah. I think it's written on the thing. I'll see if I can see who it is. Yeah. Should always name that. Thank you.
Take
Is there
care.
anything we need to read in there?
No.
Ooh. Adios.